The sea was rough with violent waves rocking the ship, sometimes causing collisions with other vessels. Despite such terrible difficulties, our fishermen coped by using makeshift nets and still managed to bring back thousands of tons of fish each time they went out to sea, like the Damen ship. Out here on the open ocean, danger doesn't always come from the waves. Sometimes, it comes from the machines. Massive steel cables stretch for thousands of meters beneath the surface. Giant nets move silently through the dark water, pulling everything in their path. But when something goes wrong, there is no room for error. A single malfunction can snap a cable in seconds. A sudden shift can drag a man across the deck. And in the worst cases, two ships can collide in the middle of the operation. Out here, help is far away. No quick rescue, no second chance. Every movement must be precise. Every decision matters. But it is exactly these dangers. Those things shape these extraordinary strong-willed men who see the ocean waves as an everyday occurrence. Days at sea, endless pressure, constant risk. But they learn to trust each other, to move as one. To survive amidst the vast stormy sea, they must possess unwavering resilience in all circumstances. Because the ultimate goal is not just survival, but bringing back hundreds of tons of seafood after each long journey at sea. And now, let's step inside this world to see how these silent workers face the waves, defy the danger, and turn risk into success. The fish hunting phase was only part of the challenge. Here, the ocean never stands still. It changes, without warning. At first, everything was under control. Everything was under control. Everything was under control. Just a slight disturbance, something the people on this ship were all too familiar with. But then, the sky darkened, the wind changed direction. The air became heavy, and in just a few minutes, the ocean began to show its true power. The waves rose, higher, heavier. Each wave was no longer a movement but a violent crash. The ship began to rock. Water splashed onto the deck, the sound of metal screeching under pressure. The people on board clung to the railings, their eyes focused. There was no room for panic, because at this moment, this was no longer a job. This was a fight for survival. The captain reacted instantly. Without hesitation, he observed each wave, reading the wind direction, feeling the rhythm of the sea's movement. On this ship, every decision had to be precise. One mistake could cost everything. And then, an order was given. Turn the ship. Adjust to the direction of the waves. Not against the ocean, but moving with the waves. The engines rolled. The bow gradually changed direction. The ship swayed with each large wave, but this time, it was no longer tossed about. Step by step, they began to regain control. Every movement was precise. Every decision was the culmination of decades of experience. Gradually, the sea's fury subsided, and the ship became more stable and peaceful. The waves were still there, but no longer so violent. And then, they had overcome the most dangerous part. There were no cheers, no celebrations, only silent gazes, understanding that they had just overcome a harsh test of the ocean. Because here, fighting the sea is never the solution. Understanding it is the way to survive. And that is the law of the ocean. Here, the cruelty and ferocity of the ocean cannot subdue everyone. It only discourages those who lack the sea's indomitable spirit. Those who know how to adapt, who understand the power of the sea, and find ways to cope with it, completely overcome it, time and time again, month after month, year after year, generation after generation. They cling to the sea because they have a boundless love for it, and because the sea also knows how to please people. Every time a great storm passes, the sea bestows upon people abundant catches of fish, many times greater than when the sea is calm. And from that, an extraordinary motivation has been created for people to be attached to the sea, bringing to the land a huge resource worth billions of dollars each year, providing income for hundreds of millions of people worldwide from the fishing industry. Gradually, the ship stabilized. The impact subsided. The chaos calmed down. They had made it through. But out at sea, survival was only the first step. The captain didn't wait. He observed the currents, reading the movements of the sea. At this moment, every decision had a price. Time was running out. Fuel was dwindling. Fresh water was running low. Just one wrong turn of course. The entire voyage could fail. And then the sea did not disappoint. It responded with a giant school of fish. After a long struggle with the waves, the silence was broken. Cheers erupted. A supersized school of fish appeared, and immediately the entire deck exploded. Shouting, energy surged. The opportunity had arrived. No one needed to give orders. Everyone understood what they had to do. Some rushed to control the cables. Some prepared the winch. Some took their positions along the ship's deck. Quick, precise, absolutely seamless. Everything happened as if it had been pre-programmed. The process of dropping the nets into the fishing grounds has gone perfectly. Now the most crucial step begins: pulling the nets. A massive amount of fish is putting immense pressure on the entire system. The weight is concentrated on the hull. The cables are stretched to their limit. The winches are working at full capacity. Just a small misstep could cause the nets to tear, the cables to break. The entire catch would be lost. Everything now depends on experience. Decades of experience are poured into each operation, keeping the engine stable, adjusting the pulling force precisely, ensuring the nets don't twist or become overloaded. And then the nets begin to be pulled up, slowly, but heavier than expected. This is not just a catch of fish, it determines the success or failure of the entire trip. Behind it is the income of hundreds of people on board, and the workers in the processing plants are waiting for the shipment to arrive. The order has been signed. The market is waiting. From domestic consumption to export abroad, everything depends on this moment. The pressure from nature is already immense, but the commercial pressure is also considerable. And then the net rose from the water, heavy, overflowing. And at that very moment, the whole hold shouted, "We've got a big catch." The cheers echoed across the deck, and immediately, it all poured down. Thousands of fish swarmed onto the deck, like a living wave. Their bodies gleamed with silver. Water splashed everywhere. The entire ship exploded with movement. The fish slammed against the steel deck, sliding all over the deck, struggling violently with life. Sound echoed everywhere. Machines roared. People shouted. Water splashed in every direction. This was chaos, but it was controlled chaos, because every second was precious. The sailors worked tirelessly, sorting, navigating, cleaning the deck, transforming the chaotic flow of life into order. There's no time to slow down. The entire ship has become a processing plant preparing for the preservation process before being brought back to land with the quality preserved. As soon as the fish are on deck, the processing begins. The sailors work with high precision. Large fish are immediately separated. Small fish are placed on a conveyor belt. From here, the machines take over, cutting, cleaning, removing heads and internal organs. Everything happens very quickly. Every second counts, because freshness determines value. In a short time, the fish are washed and processed. then transferred to the freezing system. The temperature drops sharply, preserving quality, preserving product value. Offshore, this is no longer just fishing, but an entire production line right in the middle of the ocean. A catch like this is never just about numbers. Hundreds of tons of fish means something far greater. It represents an entire chain of value stretching far beyond this single vessel. From this very deck, the journey of each fish has already been decided. Some will head to processing plants, some will appear in supermarkets, others will be served in restaurants thousands of miles away. Every piece has a destination. Every shipment has a buyer waiting. Contracts have been signed long before the nets were even cast. Expectations are set, deadlines are fixed. And now, everything depends on speed. Because out here, time is not just money. It is freshness, it is quality, it is value. A delay of just a few hours can mean a significant drop in price. The clock is always ticking. From the moment the fish leave the water to the second they reach the market, every step must be precise. Offshore, this is no longer just fishing. This is a fully connected supply chain, driven by global demand, powered by coordination, timing, and trust. The ocean provides the opportunity, but the system behind it is what turns that opportunity into profit. And in this race, only those who move fast and move right can truly succeed. Seafarers, they carry something that few people on land can truly understand. It's not just strength. It's not just experience. It is a quiet resilience forged day after day in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Out here, there are no easy moments. There are days when they search endlessly with no sign of fish. Nights when the ocean offers nothing but darkness and uncertainty. Even so, they continue. No complaints, no hesitation. Because for them, perseverance is not a choice. It has become a way of life. They rely on each other, not just as co-workers, but as brothers at sea. Every movement must be trusted. Every signal understood without words. Because life here, a single mistake can cost far more than just a missed opportunity. Speed matters, precision matters, but above all, courage matters. The courage to face unpredictable waves, the courage to act in critical moments, and the courage to return to the ocean again and again. They don't live by fixed schedules. No regular meals, no guaranteed rest. Instead, they live in rhythm with the sea. When the ocean calls, they answer. It was through those qualities that they unintentionally became extraordinarily great, because what they do is not just a job, it is a responsibility. A responsibility to bring back food for millions of people on land, to turn uncertainty into sustenance, to transform danger into value. That is why they are more respected and appreciated than most other professions we are in. They deserve respect. They deserve admiration. They are the silent heroes of the ocean. And if you feel that same respect, that same admiration for these extraordinary people, support the fishermen and our videos. If you find the video interesting and meaningful, please subscribe to our channel to discover more fascinating stories about the fishing grounds in our upcoming videos. After many days at sea, the journey finally headed towards land. The ship entered the port. Slowly, steady. But the work wasn't over yet. At the dock, everything was ready. Cranes were in position. Refrigerated trucks lined up. Operating teams were ready to receive the cargo. As soon as the ship docked, the unloading process began. Frozen fish were hoisted up in batches, continuously, fast, precisely, without stopping. Cold air rose from the containers. Time was of the essence. Just a delay, quality could be reduced. Value would be affected. From sea to shore, every second mattered. When the ship docked, all the work behind the scenes was transferred to the processing line. The people on board could finally stop. They had a few days off. Short, but necessary. And then everything started again, preparing for a new journey. Another trip, promising bountiful catches. But out at sea, to fully understand the fishing profession, it is necessary to understand that rewards and difficulties always coexist. There are times when bad weather obscures visibility. The risk of collisions between ships is always lurking. And each trip out to sea requires extreme vigilance. But it's not just the difficulties. The love of the sea and the bountiful catches provide endless inspiration, making them always want to return to the sea more than worry about the difficulties ahead. And perhaps that's what makes this profession special. It's not the size of the catch, neither is the scale of the machinery, but the people, always ready to return, time and time again. Return to the ocean, to the familiar challenges, but with an unwavering spirit. Because out at sea, every wave carries an opportunity. Every trip is a new journey, and every catch is a well-deserved reward for their efforts. Even though there are still many unknowns ahead, that is precisely what keeps them going. To keep going out to sea, to keep conquering. Because for them, although every day they have to work intensely from 12 to 18 hours, but that very hardship becomes the pride of a seafarer. Because what they go through is not just a journey to make a living, but also a source of food for millions of people on land. Fresh, delicious food comes from the vast ocean, values that only the sea can bestow upon humanity. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel to join us in exploring more real-life stories from life at sea to the world's leading modern machinery. In this video, we've explored the achievements of fishermen who overcome storms and rough seas to bring home thousands of tons of seafood on each trip. In the next video, we'll learn about how farmers earn millions of dollars annually from carp. Please tune in for the next video.